Hey guys, my name's Steph. I'm Botanist Cool. I'm here today with my friend
Katie. Hey.
It's Katie today, guys. We're playing some Ace Attorney Trilogy. We're in episode 5 of the first game. Katie is incessant that me finding Edgeworth hot with glasses is spoilers, and I do not know why yet.
And now you just spoiled the entire stream. Thanks.
I think I actually posted in the Botanist Cool server, like, Edgeworth with glasses is kind of hot. I think I actually just posted that, but I'll have to double check it. Oh god, let's go. Oh, we're on the trial, baby. Yes, we're on the good part. I love the trial segments. Isn't there a... Okay, I know February 14th is Valentine's Day. Isn't there like a other holiday in February, if I remember correctly?
I mean, there's lots of holidays that I don't know about.
Fair enough. All right, let's go.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yeah?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. A defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney. No shit.
I didn't know that. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Let's go. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. Though I have to discover the truth all by myself. Because Emma doesn't exist.
Let's do this, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Alright, let's go.
To be fair, how many times has Emma been in jail? Experience.
She doesn't know the ins and outs of jail like Maya does. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Wow, what a show off.
Edgeworth. I gotta get back into my edgy voice. It's been 2 months, but I still haven't been in a courtroom since this trial.
Phoenix, how have you been eating food?
How you been? He's been stealing it. I hope that personal feelings will not take part in the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. How can you say that? You're literally the most biased person here, with the person you're prosecuting being your boss.
He means that their love affair shouldn't interrupt what they're doing, you know? This is work time, Phoenix.
Right, yes. Daytime is after, work time is now. Right, exactly, thank you. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Miss Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime.
Unpardonable.
Unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow. He's much more forceful in person.
Oh, what did you like to know, Emma? That's right.
Huh?
No, don't worry about it. You're too young for this, Emma.
I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for the rashness with her life. I will take my knife and stab her myself.
Is this for my car?
I have the trunk open to my car. She will be put in there, and I will do this. I will stab her as she stabbed him. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. I almost said island. Cough up? Oh right, I forgot how much I hate that name. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession?
Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint?
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
Jesus Christ. So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. Is that a thing? Is pickled tapioca a thing?
I don't know.
That doesn't...
Maybe he's just trying to combine what he thought it would taste like. Like if you took tapioca and pickled it because of how it looks. I don't know.
But how would he know what that tastes like?
Sometimes you can combine things in your brain to make new exciting things.
That's fair. I've had caviar before. I mean, I've had caviar, then I had roe, because roe's different. Caviar's like salted. It's especially salted. Caviar's not that great, but, you know, I don't know.
I don't remember if I've ever had caviar.
I've had it on those like New Year's parties, like when you go to like your aunt's house and your aunt's like, oh, we got special New Year's caviar. It's like this little tin of caviar that you could eat.
I don't remember. I think I've had those, what are they called? Obiko or whatever? The little things they put on sushi?
Yeah, that's just roe. Caviar is treated roe, if I remember correctly. It's so... the caviar business is so ridiculous in my opinion. Let's go.
Gentrification, baby. There we go. Phoenix agrees with us.
Yes, what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Thank you, Phoenix. Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Yo, okay. I have not related to the judge more than just that moment. I have never related to the judge more than just that moment. That was some tasty caviar. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. You may, as you know, we usually call on the police to provide the description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? Oh, what exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator of the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Star was a detective?
Ah! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Still the worst nickname I've ever heard. Very well, you may continue with your description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here.
Ooh, we got a map.
The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I suppose it's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
I'm ignoring that. The crime took place in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Okay, we got the floor plans. Nice. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dried, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Okay, let's go.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finally honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point to your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay.
I really like Monty Python.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted.
Hey, KSG.
Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim.
Damn! Mitchell, thank you very much for the stop cursing. I will turn that on right now. 10 minutes, no cursing. Let's go.
Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Star. Just for you, King Shadow Gaming, give me 1 second. Alright, Phoenix Wright. You are my little pog champ. Come here.
I'm going to walk out on the stream one day.
Hold it! This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, a security guard.
God, how many boyfriends do you have? That boyfriend? You have several? I'm unfollowing now!
Yes, this boyfriend and that boyfriend and the other boyfriend. Care to join? But yet another boyfriend who is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Yeah!
The judge had to think before replying.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Emma!
The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the 2nd level, so you can see everything from there.
Thank you for the alert, King Shadow Gaming. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
You sensed something? You're saying you had a premonition of the murder.
It felt like, how would you say... Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yes, you would be perfect and ready for Cheez-Its. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
Ooh, burn!
In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
By Gar's car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure was the defendant.
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any other proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. You are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism?
Pokemon Emerald flashback. What do you mean, Mitchell?
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture.
This is pretty darning evidence.
In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Oh, if you widen up the chat box, you'll see like a PogChamp meme or the Pepe meme or whatever it's called. But yeah, Braille. I've always been curious about learning Braille and sign language.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Which one? Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Oh man. Oh, this is unmistakably land the sky. This is really bad. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, very well versed in the location of a man's vital organs.
Okay, well, let's stop real quick. I know where the heart is. I know where the lungs are. I'm not a prosecutor.
Well, there is some, still special, anatomy, to know it well enough that you could definitely stab in the exact right place is kind of hard.
Fair enough.
You gotta get around ribs and stuff.
Ethno, objection! Hey, Ethno, how you doing?
I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. Wait, what? I mean a person. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor?
Actually, yeah. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound. Right? We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Ms. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
But don't smile like that.
Okay, let's take a look at this new evidence we got. Enter, check. I am trying to see if there's I'm trying to see if there's anything I could immediately notice. I don't see a knife in her hands. Oh, good. I don't see a knife in her hands at the moment. If she took this photo at the moment of the murder, I guess the knife would be in him, wouldn't it?
Well, I think I know what the contradiction, but...
Oh! No! No! Dang it!
Bit trigger happy there, Steph?
I didn't press the right button! I pressed E!
It was only a prank, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you had given me a moment, you would have found that I claim Sykes. God damn. Alright, I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox for my boyfriend when I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed. So through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. How do I look at things without... I guess I just gotta be really careful.
Cancel out of it.
Yeah. Alright, so this is through a wire fence. I hate to admit it. I was hoping that it wasn't through a wire fence. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Oh man, okay, the other ones were easy peasy. This one's actually a little... Let's see what we've got here, hold on.
I think I know what it is.
No prints, which I think she's wearing a glove, isn't she? Hold on, let's double check that. I have my hands, yeah, she's wearing gloves, okay. So that wouldn't count. Usually in Edgar's toolbox, traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Can we check this scientifically? Nothing crazy here, right? I think we already figured out what we could with this thing. So,
So what are you thinking, Steph? I think I know what it is.
What I'm thinking right now is if Miles Edgeworth brought his car in at... Oh, perfect. Miles Edgeworth brought his car in at 17... Yeah, so... The thing is, he brought his car in like a few minutes before the crime scene, right? So if there's anything that she says anything about a time, then I might be able to press that, but there's also the...
Didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. That being said, let me look at the map real quick.
I think, ironically, you mentioned the thing before.
No, it's not Edgeworth. It's Edgeworth's boss this time. Edgeworth's boss this time is being accused of murder.
Yeah. Using Edgeworth's car and his knife.
Yeah.
So Edgeworth truly can't catch a break.
No, 100%. Edgeworth cannot. Because what I'm... My gut says this. She doesn't have the knife in her hand. And that was the moment she attacked him. The problem is... Let's try it. I'm gonna try it. Let's go!
She took the picture and then she was stabbed. Remember? That's the
yeah.
testimony.
Yes, there we go. Let's go. We don't have a pog in the thing. Get those GGs in the chat, y'all.
You know, Kirby could count as a gavel if you think about it.
Yes, Kirby. Get those honks in chat. We have honks as follower emotes now. Get those honks in chat. All right. You saw Miss Sky stab. Hit him with a knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
That actually looks pretty good. I'm sure this is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at the photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yeah, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Right. Oh, shoot. Let me retry that. Hold on. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This one was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Oh yeah, the blood splatter.
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
But it's a black and white photograph. Ah yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. Roasted, yeah. No problem except you.
Mr. Wright, are you just going to sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. Oh.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have the time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. That's a big close-up of his face. A detective. A detective was killed. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. That's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. I said this already.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This looks bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a pleasure, Mr. Right? We can make it. We're in the habit of repeating things.
You said that before. Anything else?
We already did this.
Yeah.
Like, actually, we already did.
So it's got to be that last one, because they just added it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I know what it was.
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's my attorney's badge. No, it's a parking stub. 100%. She couldn't have planned Miles Edgeworth being there and not being like, yeah, 100%. Nope. God damn it.
I thought it was that too.
They are, aren't they? Oh, come on. No, that's the thing. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Actually, I am gonna drop a quick save, just in case. I'm gonna drop a quick save just in case. For those who haven't played Ace Attorney, one of the ways of playing Ace Attorney is just objecting every time and going through the choices until you get the right one.
Except you couldn't always save.
No,
so.
it was your last ditch effort. It was like you had to make like an educated guess on it. Honestly, it was. Oh god. I thought it was gonna be that. Ah.
Oh, I have another idea, but it could be wrong.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Oh, I can't.
I think I know what it is now for real this time.
I was hoping it was the car parking lot. I thought it was the lot sticker.
I'll say that it's related in my opinion, but not exactly this. Not the top.
I have two things that I'm thinking of. Right now I'm thinking of the King of Prosecutors trophy for the party. And I'm thinking of the knife because she would have to rely on Edgeworth. And that's not something she could premeditate. So I'm stuck between these two choices at the moment.
Well, yeah.
Property, Atlanta Sky, last calls made her sister Emma. F5 Okay,
I want to like argue for what I think the right one is because it's one of those two that you mentioned.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's. I'm gonna go with King of Prosecutors trophy. Nope.
It's planned King of Prosecutors. This means it cannot have been planned. No, because that's in line with the.
Yeah. Let me. Oh, wrong button. Hold on.
Because for the knife, the whole thing is that it's premeditated.
Yeah, she would have had access to the knife before.
She would have had her own knife.
Yeah. Oh, we got this. No, Emma, don't, please, Emma, no. God, I got hit more times in this one thing than I did the entirety of the rest of the game. I think
Rise of Ashes is brutal and also takes forever. Because it's
no!
brutal and you're like, what? And you're like, Rise of Ashes itself is a long case, and then some of the connections you have to make are just absolutely wild, and you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? And then
Okay, let's try this again and not skip it. Jesus, I don't want to do that again. I have 2 more shots, basically. There we go. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutor's bad people! The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Atlanta Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing these special gloves. It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon?
Oh.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
No.
Yes. Yes. Truly, we've proven everything.
Oh, I'm wearing red too, nice. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
Edward knows him so well.
No, for such a trifling detail. Thanks for the advice, right? I'll use it during my next murder. Ethno, no. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Ah, the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now? Why is Edgeworth trying to send his boss to jail? So his boss is being framed for murder, to the best of our knowledge.
Also, she's pleading guilty.
Yeah, she is pleading guilty.
But you're not letting her.
Yeah, no, we're forcing her to not plead guilty. Oop. Sorry.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Okay, I know the contradiction. Another contradiction right there, actually. The victim was summoned to the police department of the prosecutor's office. It does sound like a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Huh, good point. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. So I actually know what the answer is, but I do want to see what happens when I push her. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
Ethna says, is that not what everyone does? Order pizza, then kill the delivery guy for a free meal? Edgeworth has no... Yeah, Edgeworth is being absolutely savage. You have no proof Miss Sky called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't.
That's not how things work! Mr. Skyworth. Mr. Skyworth.
Skyworth? Do you ship Skyworth now? Oh,
no. No. That was no. She's his beard. She's his beard. We talked about this. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There's no record of a call made to the made on the defendant Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Oh, come on. You could have tried public phone first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. I personally sent up smoke signals still. Maybe he was gone through the wiretap. Witness, why do you think that it was a suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
Life is like a box of chocolates. I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. That isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us what your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
All these lunch and food puns are really irritating me. Oh, welcome. I know what this is. This is simple. I'm gonna perform the autopsy report. One knife wound. Let's go. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moth surprise. Just for you, Botanist.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha, you're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
But what about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness. The fork!
Set, right?
The fork! Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Okay.
The red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Press on it. Her red muffler.
Yes, like a scarf. Chief Prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
No! She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge of a bib? That's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her ability as a detective really set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. Yeah. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even the really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Let's go right now. Let's go buy some candles. Let's ignore the rest of this trial and do some scientific testing on this.
Right, we have to buy some candles.
Let's go buy. Judge, we'll be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna go buy candles. Give us a moment, okay? We're going to Bed Bath and Beyond to buy Body Works. To buy candle.
To buy Body Works.
I think I mixed 3 stores by accident there. I think
100%. Let's go.
Alright, let's get to there again. Cause that's definitely no! All these okay, yep, that was my accident. God, I'm gonna press Q a million times now, I feel it. I feel like Angel is going to screw up everything for herself because she just really wants it to be premeditated. I appreciate that. She knows what she wants. Let's see if first off she was wearing that muffler. Let's go! We're going to Bed Bath and Beyond and go buy Bed Bath and candles. Let's go, y'all. She don't got that muffler on, baby. Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness...
Astrid keeps interrupting you.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
Oh, it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. Next testimony might be the moment of truth. I do love it how Edgeworth is like, don't have any mixed feelings with this, right? And it's just like, he's playing defense attorney too. The moment, I love it where it's very much along the lines of, okay, I gotta wait for my boyfriend to make the objection so that I can make it just after him. And like, just so I have like the clear, like my boyfriend's giving the side, I can do the clear. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's just like that. Go on?
He wants very much to prove that he's doing a good job of not being corrupt.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot.
You're not legally allowed to do that!
Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Oh god.
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? Citizen's arrest. I love it. Okay.
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor, first of all, and a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
Only by Edgeworth. Thank you, though. No thanks.
Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Emma, you're a scientist. It's venomous. Venomous. Not poisonous. You're a scientist, Emma!
In high school.
I had a dream that I was a muffler. I woke up exhausted! That was a good one, Mitchell. I'm sorry, this lady needs to be a world-class special detective.
Chief Prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay, I don't immediately spot the contradiction, so we gotta go through this one by one for sure. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect?
As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her further on details. No, we're pressing her because there's a gate between them. There's a gate between them, and the prosecutor made a call to her sister afterwards. So I like to see it on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunchtime car was... She was a visitor, thought she was parked in Block B. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it just about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is this correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Okay, I thought the link fence only went up to the roof. Never mind. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
You're not going for a good metaphor here. No, the court does not see Mr. Star.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall. That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Okay, the word muffler was overheard during a call made to... Okay.
I saw it all. How she tried on the phone. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time,
you climbed over the chain link fence.
Then I boldly grabbed her arm. The chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
I think I know what it is. It's the map. Because here's the thing, right? There's a wall. There's a literal wall in front of the telephone. I know what it is. Yeah, it's gotta be this. No, music change, baby, let's go! Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's take a look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order, order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
These are the counterattack demands. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... There's two choices. I want to say where she saw it because I think it's where she saw it. That's my gut instinct. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? Oh my god. Security room. She was delivering lunch to her boyfriend in the security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room has an underground parking lot is well positioned. It is built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
So she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places she could have been on the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Order, order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands.
It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Okay. The Star witnesses crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. There must be a vital difference, but what? What would change? The angle. The autopsy report said the guy died around an hour after 4 p.m., which means he could have died before she came. But if you change the angle of it, you don't know whether or not he is dead inside there or not dead yet, or etc. I think it's got to be angle of the view of the crime. Why the angle of which you saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station on the second floor, and she would have a sort of more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? No! Oh no! I was wrong! Let's review what we know. And let's also click the save button real quick. Okay.
So what were the options?
The options were distance to the crime and difference in lighting. See, the thing is, right? I thought that being on the other side would give a clearer view of the crime, so that I thought angle to view the crime and make it obscured. I don't know if it's lighting, because that's not impossible.
But what would it change?
Exactly. Distance would change a little bit, but once again, like, I don't know if distance would change immensely, because you still have... I have my computer on... I have my finger on the screen, but like... It's more or less...
There's one thing that's very odd to me that I still don't get, but... Because, like, I wouldn't call it distance, I'd call it location, but like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing right there confuses me right now, but...
You know, I'm gonna go with lighting. If I'm wrong, we'll load up.
I really don't think it's lighting, but do what you must.
If it's... This is the crime!
It's like,
I'm gonna trust Katie on this one then. If Katie's wrong though, guys.
I could be wrong, but I cannot fathom what lighting would cause. I would have said angle too, so...
Yeah. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plan is quite clear.
See, I knew it was the same distance!
The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how this would change what you see.
What you saw is not a question here. What matters is the time it would take to reach the scene of the crime. Okay, you know what? Fair. Alright, yeah, she'd have to go down and out of the station. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness.
You
Yes?
ordered the squid wheels, right?
Are those just rubber bands?
The quality of my lunches have gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J and lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
Oh god, okay.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
That is one hell of a run, holy shit. That is one hell of a run!
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
That's a really serious swear, actually. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
You and the judge are on the same wavelength. Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Five minutes between the witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente.
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta to knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I'd guess I'd flee the scene. Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dwaddled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act in this way. It's inconceivable. Well, then it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go.
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned.
Mr.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid reels, right?
That was the one she tried to foist off on me!
I prefer not to take the Feds' team's leftovers.
Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? This is another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Please, yes. Whoa, a triple-decker! Out of the first of the witness's determination, I'll allow this one more testimony. Yes, Judge, you get me! You get me, Judge! You understand me better than anyone! Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Chat, what do you think she's gonna pull out of her lunchbox? What do you think she's gonna pull out of her lunchbox? I wanna hear what chat thinks, 'cause I don't know. Oh, never mind.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Our lunch plan for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Oh god, this is such bull.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I cannot accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is that right?
Is that Mr. Wright?
Sorry, I took yours, yeah. It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
I love how Phoenix is like, I don't know, man, but look at Edgeworth. You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecutor's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, It seems you have yet another count against your witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Oh,
So
God.
remember when I said that this trial, you keep thinking you're done with parts, but then it keeps going?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I should have mentioned those.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results.
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
Did you just admit to forging evidence?
No, she's saying that prosecutors forge evidence.
Yes,
So
but she's saying she's fighting these monsters, and she has to use those tricks too. This is when the South Star is admitting she did it. The false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Star.
Can you? I'd like to argue against that.
Just a little bit, yeah. Let's just get this over with. The judge has his priorities straight. It's food and then false testimonies being the most despicable thing ever. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I am happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed it from valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. I'm sure you've been doing that the whole time, Mr. Wright. With the police department.
Not just stealing things off of the crime scene and presenting them at random. Definitely not, right?
To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with a little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there are 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye.
Dun dun dun! You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, Snooky?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. Comes in 8 types. A positive, B positive, O positive, AB positive, A negative. Anyways, you get my point, right? You're wrong. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. That was just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
The suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoes.
That touches directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
That's more edible than the squid rings.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There's a problem, yeah. I'm not imagining things. I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Oh, I can't save, no! Oh, look at that. There's blood there. Can I save? I can't save, dang it. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. There's nothing in the shoe. Oh, I am terrified of what to actually put in here. I'm not gonna lie. I want to say some blood at the bottom of the shoe, but it's on two different sides.
Well, you gotta think about, like, which one's the weird one.
Yeah.
You're thinking about how blood would have gotten on a shoe.
Yeah. Because with Lana's Skies would be when she cuts her hand and the blood drips on the shoe. This would be the one where he steps in his own blood. So...
I mean, would he have stepped in his own blood if he was stabbed?
No, because he was in a car. At least that's what I think. But then again, how long are his legs? I'm gonna go with my gut instinct. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Yes! Haha! I got it. Gut instinct, baby.
Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim will stab him with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe?
Did they bring this up, or did you bring this up?
I brought it up.
I mean,
The blood would be collected in the car. But what do I have to prove that?
I mean, you're not presenting yet, right? So...
No, I am.
Oh? I thought you said you brought it up.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. Yes, baby! The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness.
What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint in the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding! Now, witness, allow me to ask a simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the real reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Ah, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her.
What? That ties things up quite... It doesn't! It doesn't! The photo was taken before she would have done that! Ugh! The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. And after that deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Guy's right hand was hurt. Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
That's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. Your verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lan...
Oh, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Little girl, what did you just say? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping.
God damn it, this thing really does carry on.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you had something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you'll be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough of Queen. Look at this.
Photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Thank you for the 10 minutes of no cursing, Mitchell. I'll put that on the thing right now. I put in my phone thing 3 times wrong. Here we go. 10 minutes. There we go, y'all.
I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyways. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Dang, we can still hear her. All right.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. For my lover.
Don't let them take my girlfriend away. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand out my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. That'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. The trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright.
But only because...
There's this, whatever that is. There's the knife in the chest, that makes sense. The problem is... this bugs the heck out of me right here, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that there is blood drops on the shoe there. That's fair. I'm going to say this. The problem is in the photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I did not see any trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind of this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of an exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's this suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to the case. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ugh. Ugh.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh, oh!
Jesus. Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend.
I find myself wondering about this piece of cloth, as I find myself wondering many things. Just if a bird flutters by, I tend to think about it for the next 3 or 4 days and wondering what it's doing. Like that Polly fellow we met a little while ago. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we'll do a disservice to the law. Have that car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Whew, that was close. But we made it at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. You still hungry? All right. Wait, so here's my question. Are we going into another court session?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh my god.
30-minute recess. I told you this case takes forever.
Jesus, I thought we were going to be hitting... honestly, about 30 minutes ago, I thought we were going to hit the moment of time where it was like... we're going back to investigating?
I told you, Steph. I warned you. I told you this case takes forever. And at first I was like, I wonder if I'm misremembering. And now that we're playing through it, I'm like, oh yeah, it takes forever.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our own 5-minute recess. That way I get some more water, use the restroom and stuff. I'll put a timer on the clock. I'll pause the timer on the clock. That way when I come back, I'll still have the 3 minutes, 44 seconds we got left over. But does that sound good?
Yeah.
Not what I meant to do. Hold on.
Here we go. Time to go.
Okay, it's paused here. That's all that matters. All right, guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll see you soon, all right?
Hey. See you soon.
All right, and we're back, guys. Time to go on. And I do have to save real quick though, because I didn't save last time. Oh my god, this thing is going on forever, and I love it. It's non-stop. Oh wait, let me start the clock back up. It's non-stop courtroom time, and the courtroom is my favorite part of this game, 100%. It's just so wild. Trial ladder. Oh my god. Okay, it is right. It is long. All right, go on.
It's a 30-minute recess, of course.
All right, let's go.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are trials always like this with you?
Yeah.
Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Oh boy, don't you know it.
I'm much better at metaphors than Angel Star.
Who only does metaphors for lunch boxes. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyways?
Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with a piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who's starting to feel a tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall.
Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got a home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? Oh, that hard to slip out, huh? Well, what is going on over there anyways? All the police I've seen these past 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about that chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow around at her slender neck many a time. I saw that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't like this dude. I don't like this dude.
Why are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Because it seems like shit.
I can't curse to respond, thanks. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some real fine ribs. Ooh-wee. I don't like Marshall. There you go. Now I can curse. Fuck yeah. I do not like Marshall at all. He rings me as conspirator with what's her name?
Angel Star.
Yeah. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh my god, I love it. It's so good. Something wrong, Mr. Edge. Something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's... It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm wondering too, Jesus Christ. Well, then I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had...
This is unacceptable.
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Who the is this dude?
You and Phoenix on the same page, Steph.
What's with this guy? Yeah, who is this dude? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. I gotta give him like...
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
So you're calling him hot. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Ah, it's you. Oh. Oh, no. God, I gotta get this dude a voice. Oh, haha. Sorry I'm late, Aji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Aji? How have you been? Swimming much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Aji. Aji, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. What?
Aji seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Aha, yeah. So you're Rido, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks.
Like, I'm getting complimented. Amazing.
So sorry about a little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Oh, shoot, okay. Chief of police? He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. What's this a pun on? Damon Gant. Is this a pun? I'm trying to think of it.
If we stretch it, it could be. But...
Yeah. Let me get some water real quick. Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everybody. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's...
my sister's muffler.
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing a muffler. But to think this was stuff inside that exhaust pipe. Oh, little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? Oh, dang, okay. It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth?
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? And your investigations are this lax. How do you expect us to do our job?
No, wait a moment, Worthy.
I have no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
You're head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Oh my god. I lost his voice immediately, by the way.
This is the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes. Just to be sure. I'd like you to take a look at this blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open up for me, I wonder? Yes, I think all you need to do is push a switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Oh, I'm not even touching anything, okay. Alright, let's take our time. Where is the button? Wait, is that the... God dang it, I hate how some switchblades have like this... First and foremost, I want to see what this tag says.
There's a small tag on this knife. Seems to say... Oh, sorry.
This is say SL92.
What does that mean?
Well, I heard something similar. DL6, it's a case.
But it's strange.
What is it?
I'm not certain. I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before.
Yes, on the writing we found on the detective's car, right.
Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow.
Yes, we did find that on the detective's car. I'll have to take a look at that later.
Wow, don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And the dark red stain. Blood?
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Oh, I think I got his voice back. Perfect. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. At the time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked here to the case here, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order. Anyway, we at the department are all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? This guy seems sus as fuck. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, we did kill at the same time in two different places. The
chances of that happening are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I know where to hit it. Like, obviously. Like, I know I can present it here. I just don't know if I want to press him on for fun. You know what I'm saying?
That's up to you and your enjoyment.
Exactly. I'm gonna press it for fun. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Aren't switchblades knives actually like illegal in Japan, if I remember correctly?
I don't know.
Might that special thing be that little tag? Oh ho! Sorry, Rhino, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime?
That's quite the mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler! A muffler, there we go. I'm back into the voice. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino.
Sorry.
No, you're good,
Maybe
you're good.
there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. We should investigate it.
Evidence that links this knife to the... Yeah. I think perhaps this piece is the following place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that has something to do all this time.
So how are things out at the department?
Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eye there, Rhino, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand you were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words.
The perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rhino. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving data on your case? Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Oh. We know it died at 5:15. We know they were found at the police department. We gotta ask how they were killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Oh, that's the interesting part, pal. It's what we call a stabbing with a knife. A knife?
That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that's exactly the same. What do you mean? There were two similar similarities between the two cases of the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press a bit harder. I wonder if he'll just let me do this again. I wonder if he's just gonna let me press do it like a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is! Well, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? I remember that place. You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rhino? I mean, yeah, I kind of got shocked there.
I got tased there once. It was a blast.
I can't say I've heard of it. It's electrifying. I guess I should ask him once I leave. Once I remember where this was. There's something stranger than the whole place where the body was found. Hold on. I know this is going to lead us to the next one, but I'm going to do it. So, when did the murder at the police department occur? Now, that's the sharp question, Rhino. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? 5:15. But Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? You seem so lackadaisical. I do not trust you. Coincidence.
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rhino. You understand. Try to understand, Rhino. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get it on this. 2 detectives were killed. Perhaps there's one police department. This can't be coincidence. That knife, what was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. Alright, yeah, so let's present. SL9. We turn it upside down. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife has something to do with the Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Aji? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 75, 2 divided by 12. 2 divided by 12. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do we get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding this paper upside down. SL9. That's the same as what's written on the knife tag. Order, order. Well, Chief. Oh, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? Aha, What the game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from our department's evidence room. Let's press him on that. So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. On the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edroff's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
Representing.
Are you sure you want to present there?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at this right now because there was a thing here that there's a thing here related to that, and I'm wondering what I'm going to like press on it, because what I'm thinking about pressing on here is the we don't have the photograph, do we? I could put this here, but excuse me. Sorry for everyone in the stream who heard that, because that's a loud, ungodly noise.
What are you trying to be?
I'm trying to think, right? Like, yeah, okay, we saw this part. Cool. Alright, there's nothing else to really discover on here? I don't think so. Okay. So, how do we officially link it? We don't have the picture of the car, that's the problem.
I think you can just present again.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or not present, sorry, press.
Okay.
I think. Because now you got new...
Yeah, I think I gotta actually like... I think I actually gotta do something with that.
Yeah, sorry. Because sometimes when you like press... Oh wait, no. Actually, before you do that... Well, I don't want to tell you what to do, but... I think it's... Go back one? Or... What's the one before the time?
This one.
Yeah, can you press that? I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we had gone through all three of these because he said he'd give us one of each
Can you go
information.
through the evidence one again, though?
Sure.
The room. Yeah, where?
Well, I guess we don't want the course of sound. I can say the current. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just didn't want a bunch of penalties because I was like, I think I remember this part and I think I remember it's trash. So I hope
Gotcha.
that wasn't too invasive.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I don't want to give away anything for you, but I'm just like, this is more finagling.
Yeah.
Yeah. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
The knife was evidence in a case stolen from the department's evidence room.
I said this 2 seconds ago.
There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Oh. Happy. We just handed our ticket to the town. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between these two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. I'm just gonna present. Ah!
I think you try. Well, I don't want to tell. So.
Yeah, give me a second. I got this one. I'm gonna save it.
Oh.
There we go. We're good. I saved it. Chief, the defense position. Okay, fine. The defense position is simply this: the connection between these two cases have already been proven. Haha, you don't say. Well, Alfred Wright, what's your connection? Yes, Alfred, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we've heard. The knife was found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number and the knife's evidence tag. And we know that the detective murdered at the police station was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for this to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Edgeworth Phoenix, I am going to officiate your wedding one day. I think
I have a cross on me and everything.
I think actually aren't like officers able to actually like officiate weddings, or is that like captains of boats?
I don't think you can just get a police officer to officiate your wedding.
It took my men 2 days to find out what you've deduced right here. Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hadn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Really?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name. Yeah, okay, let's hold it. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I want out of him. That feels like it's gonna be important. Let's just go all the way down. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you, huh? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases. Oh, that would be the same as Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was homicide too.
It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives.
Except the serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking.
Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One in the prosecutor's office, one in the police office. This can't be a coincidence. Okay, yeah. Ah, no! Gotta keep skipping through everything. It's like, just let me go to the last one, please.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Okay, how about you tell the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID number, so don't get your hopes up. The number is... 5842189. Wow, that's quite a long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 5842189. 5842189. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number for the apartment victim? 5842189. Tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, this has got to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say that the ID number was the detective of the murder in the police department. Tell us something. What does it tell you? 5842189. It's this. Wait, what?
Done.
Goodman was murdered in both areas. What the hell? Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news?
The sick burns in this case are
I
fantastic.
know, it's amazing. Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is this yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number for our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again! Let me get some water real quick. The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189.
Wait a second, right? What does this
mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. Wait, Detective Goodman was our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yeah, Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed in the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So what you're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different look. What the fuck is up with this one? Listen, I can.
Ace Attorney. This is like some Ace Attorney cases go absolutely wild, and this is one of them.
This is like, I get it. We interviewed a fucking parrot. What? Why is the same person being murdered in 2 different areas?
Remember the opening thing where you were confused? You're like, what's happening? 2 murders?
No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
No, just wait a second, Worthy. No time to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait! I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, shit.
You remember now?
Yeah.
Officer Meekins.
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premise? Sis, I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. They got your report, sir. Why's his hand bandaged up?
You don't mean him.
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Land of Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered at the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
God. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection.
Oh, dang.
It did seem challenged.
Oh my god. In any case, this is a serious error of gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted the report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or shall I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. He's not a jag. He's just trying to actually get this connection in there.
He's just the one person here who's using the law.
Yeah, I know, right? He still feels like a jag, but I'll give him this. He's actually doing pretty good. The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job.
No.
No!
Can you imagine Edward's pain? Like, Phoenix Wright is being complimented by the chief of police and you're just getting dragged through the mud. While Phoenix just has that big shit-eating grin on his face. Like, that is a nightmare for Edward.
It's amazing. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in defendant's chair just this past December. This is my favorite Edgeworth pose right here.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do.
You better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one for the day for the prosecution, as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Has there really never been an error this grave? Really, truly?
We don't count all the other errors, though.
Like, Von Karma was just caught, like, forging every piece of evidence ever. Like,
that he
are
ever
you
presented.
sure?
Have we gotten back to all those cases to prove if any of them are true or false? Like,
Oh no, they're settled forever.
yeah, they're fucking in jail, even though it's like they're in jail. It's like Von Karma was basically lying about everything.
Well, they were probably, like, all executed immediately, so...
Because that's what we do with the bad guys in this game. We execute them.
I mean, I think so.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I mean, often, like, when Edgeworth said that Lana Skye would pay for this with her life, he meant execution, baby.
I thought it was like jailing for life.
No, I'm pretty sure they meant the chair.
Jesus Christ, okay. Whatever your punishment is this time, I hope for your sake it's not decisive.
I mean, I think it depends on whether or not it's a murder case or what have you. But...
Yeah, fair enough. Very well, court is adjourned. Jesus, that took us on a loop. Oh. Trial, ladder part.
Day 2, investigation.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it here for today. Jesus, that was something, all right. I had a lot of fun with that, actually. That was a lot of fun. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was, hold on, I'm trying to get out of this without getting out of this. Hold on. There we go. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time with this. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this is so good. Oh. Alright, I just want to say a big thank you, of course, to AJ. AJ is my best friend and amazing supporter. They did all my art. Check them out. A big thank you, of course, to Scott Network, who did my music. They're also fantastic. Please check them out. Guys, if you haven't already, I gotta find this link. Oh, beans, I don't have it ready. Hold on. I'm finding this link. I should just make a command for this, but I'm way too lazy. If you guys haven't already, make sure to check out the new Quest Helper video. The Quest Helper video is all about me talking about how to make an unbeatable boss in D&D, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy making these videos, so please check it out. And hey, if you can't watch it, leave a like at the bare minimum, and if you want, feel free to leave a comment after you've watched it. Other than that, I think I've pretty much covered everything I need to cover here today. You got anything to say, Katie?
Nope, just hope y'all are enjoying it, and yeah.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this. This is such a fun game. It's such a gosh darn meme. It's great. I love it. Oh my god, it's so much fun. This one actually took me for an absolute wild ride. And Edgeworth, how dare you mess up? Alright guys, we're gonna raid the Marine Mammal Rescue. A lot of cute otters there. Hopefully y'all have fun. We'll talk to you guys soon, alright? Stay safe and stay Botanist Cool. Bye everyone.